Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm talking about Legend of Korra, so let's talk about this episode. This episode is actually a recap episode. No new information really happens here. We get to see three stories. It's a three-part, technically, episode, so you get to see like three mini-stories. We've seen this with Avatar before. They've had a couple of these episodes. Not in Korra, but in Last Airbender. We've seen a couple of these recap-type funny episodes. So with the first part, we get to see that Mako pretty much explains why he does the things he does. He's very confused. He likes Korra. It seems like he still likes Korra. He doesn't really know what to do with that, though. But at the point, he's just trying to concentrate on his career and helping out his, helping out Wu, Prince Wu. So it's Mako explaining his life story to Prince Wu, and, you know, everyone pretty much saying, you did everything wrong. So the writer's admitting what the fans have already been saying about Mako doing everything wrong. But it does, you know, it makes you understand Mako in a couple of different ways, which I thought was interesting. Do I want Mako and Korra together? Not really, but I think with this episode it made me want them together a little bit more than I did, and it made me understand Mako a bit more, but I don't know. But I thought it was interesting to go more into his mind. Now the next story was with Korra, Asami, and Tenzin. It's pretty much Korra saying, I don't feel like I did everything right. I was so ambitious when I came into becoming an avatar, and now I just feel like a failure. And Tenzin's like, no, you found yourself, you're less selfish, you're a great avatar, you're finding balance. So it just shows how much this character has changed, and I love that Korra's telling this story to Asami, and I think that's really become her best friend. It's interesting, especially after this episode, seeing how much they went through and how all these times they really shouldn't have been friends, or there's a lot of blockades for them to become friends, and in the end they became best of friends. And it's interesting to see that Korra and Asami have a great friendship, and Korra really confides to Asami more than anybody, so it's really cool to see that, especially again how much they've been through already. So yeah, that was great just to see how much Korra has changed, and I think with all three of the scenes, you see how Korra has these like googly eyes to become the Avatar, and you see how young she is, and kind of how naive she is, and how much she's grown to the 4th season, and I think that's a great testament to the character. I think especially between Season 2 and Season 3, she has grown so much. So the last one we get to see is that Bolin and Varrick just tells another mover story, but Liz said none of that happened. So I thought Varrick's story was hilarious. He pretends that Bolin became a giant spirit. He says that there's this phone call between all the villains and no one liked Unalaq. So I thought that was hilarious. I think Varrick's story was very entertaining. Even though it's kind of repeating the same story, it was very entertaining. But overall, if you've never seen Legend of Korra, this is kind of a good episode to watch because it really explains a lot of the mythos. But at the same time, it's just a fun episode where you get to see everyone commentate on everything that happened, because you know for the next couple of episodes it's going to get very dramatic, very action-packed, so I think this was more of the slow episode or the intermission episode to get to that next part. Do I really want this episode? Not really. I'd rather have had another type of episode, but it's better than, you know, a filler episode, and making it less obvious that it's just like people talking or, you know, Korra failing again. I'd rather have this episode than just a non-obvious filler episode. This is an obvious filler episode, but we take it as a filler episode, and at least it's a different type of episode that we usually don't see with Korra, so I'm okay with that. But I'd rather have had a regular episode where it progresses the plot a little bit, because the last couple of episodes haven't had too much meat to it. But I think, of course, by the next episode and next couple episodes, we are going to see us go down to the wire and get to that finale. So, yeah, you know, it's fun, but, you know, I kind of rather have had another episode, but, I'm glad they did it at this point, better than doing it before or later. This was a pretty good point to have this Remembrance episode. But I kind of wish it was just, like, the whole core team. Like, I think it would have been better if it was, like, the whole Korra team, the whole Avatar team coming together around like a campfire. I think that would have been a better type of way to tell the story and really vent out to each other. I think that could have been a better Remembrance episode, but this was definitely a more funny episode than emotional episode, which I think they could have went that route instead. But hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Of course, I'll have another review for Legend of Korra next week. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and their own situations. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there's links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.